So today I'm going to be playing some Civ V, Brave New World, all the DLCs. 24 city-states, huge, Prince, Start an Ancient, all victory types except for time. Normally I don't play with promotion saving, but just for fun I'm going to. I usually play with barbs, but this time I don't want to just for fun, just to because this is more of going to be normal, kind of a tutorial type thing. So we're going to go 22 AI or civilizations random, and we'll see who I end up playing. Ooh, the Zulus.
Your
This
people
will be
kneel
fun.
before you, great warrior Shaka of the Zulu kingdom. As you rose from a place of exile to become the true leader of the Zulus, you ushered in changes throughout the Zulu society, implementing new laws and cultural reforms that strengthened the position of your kingdom. However, it was your tenacity in the art of war that truly established your reputation, as your tactics and strategies on the battlefield forever changed the face of combat across the plains of southern Africa. Most formidable king, your people once again long for the unity and strength your leadership afforded them. Can you return the Zulu kingdom to such great prominence? Will you build a civilization that stands the test of time?
Alright, so I'm Shaka the Zulu. Um, every civilization in this game has some unique stuff about them. Unique ability. Melee units are cost less to maintain, and all units require less experience to earn their next promotion. We have a unique unit specialized in defeating knights and other mountain units, only of the Zulu, and it has a first strike ranged attack before entering actual combat. It has 2 moves, cost 90 production, and it's got a strength of 16. Then our unique building is the Iconda, which is basically the barracks, but grants unique promotions to pre-gunpowder melee units, so my MPs, and etc. Alright, so let's look at our start here. We're near a coast, got some hills, don't have a mountain or a river, which is not the greatest. But yes, we are near a coast. So if I move my settler here, it means I will be build my city a turn late. But I will also be near a river. I'll have access to truffles and to citrus, and I think the deer is also in range. So yeah, there doesn't look like there's any land, or sea resources, near here, so we'll see here. Let's move this way. Okay, there's some whales and some incense. Next turn. So there's, several different victory types. Time, which I turned off. There's domination, which means you have to capture all the capital cities of everyone else, which would be 21. I would have to capture 21 capital cities. Then there's science, which means I go open the tech tree here. I can't research because I haven't founded my city yet, but which means I need to go research particle physics, nanotechnology. Where's the other ones? The satellites, advanced ballistics, and I think that's it. And then I need to build 1, 2, 3. I think I have to build 2 of those. 3 of those, and then the stasis chamber. Send them to my capital, and then send them up into space. That's your science victory. And then there is also cultural victory, which is done. Let me just found my city here. Let's go. There's usually there's a lot of it depends on how you start here. But the way I usually like to do my my science, I like to do pottery, and then writing calendar, and then animal husbandry as my first four researches, and then I like to do monument, and then scout, and then a worker. That's usually how a start usually works for me. And I like doing it that way. Now there's a couple other ways you could do it. That's just what I like best, and I think you'll find that works the best for me there. So now then, like I said, there's cultural victory, which means you generate tourism through great works of art, writing, and music. And then you have wonders and other buildings you put in your cities that can hold those works of art works there. And they generate tourism, and then once you've generated, and that's your offense for influencing other civilizations, and then once you've influenced them, that you just have to influence everyone, I think, to a certain threshold, I believe. And then your culture that you build throughout the course of the game is your defense against that opposing faction's tourism. So, and then you have your I already mentioned your science. Ooh, natural wonder, nice. So yeah, usually there's probably the other part. This is actually a 2-part wonder. Usually they're all within the same couple hexes there. But yeah, it's a nice wonder to actually be able to work, if you happen to be able to work it. What was I saying? So that's that, and then there's also the diplomatic victory, which once you found, you have to meet every civilization, and then you have to discover printing press, which is a technology in the Renaissance era. Yeah, it's right here. But if I clicked, it would take a long time to research. Let's just leave it at that now, because I have a lot of other technologies to research first. So that's a later game. And then eventually it becomes the every time there's an age up. I think once half the civilizations have aged up past into the other ages, World Congress upgrades and eventually becomes the United Nations. And then you have delegates, and every couple times you have a new leader of the World Congress. Once you are elected leader of the United Nations, you have a diplomatic victory then. So, anyways, next turn. I know I'm talking a lot, but this is just if you have never played Civ before today, or Civ 5 before today, just explaining how victories can be obtained. But as the Zulu, usually you want to do diplomatic, or you don't usually want to do diplomatic because you're going to be a bit of more of a warmonger. So it just depends on how I end up doing this. I think I'm going to be doing probably a domination, but we'll just see who is near me. If they're also warmongers, then that might not be too bad. If they are kind of peaceful and dislike warmongers and tried to team up, that might not end so well. It'd be nice if I could get some ancient ruins. That'd be wonderful. We'll see. Should probably focus on my citizens. Let's figure out here. Like in that tile for the gold. Now I can that food. Now I could always work just pure production tile. See if what the benefits of that be. I don't think that's going to be that beneficial to me. But who knows? Let's just see if I take that off, and it would be no, not really. I want the girl. I can't because food. Damn. This isn't the greatest start for food, but it will work, I think. Last time I played, this isn't a great start for any of the resources, but kind of more so for food. There's a ruins, but I'll have to wait a little bit before I can actually enter it. I have to wait 2 turns, I think, probably. Yeah. Do, and then do. And yay, survived, lost people, which allows me to get that. And of course, there's not enough food, so I'm only gonna have 2 citizens until I can get some work one of these tiles. 4 more food, but that's okay for now, I guess. Okay, well, that's a and there's another civilization. Sometimes if you just put your thing on their border, you can tell who it is, but it doesn't look like I will be able to this time. Sometimes I know just by the color of that border who it is. Okay, come on. Ooh, Attila, nice. Okay, there's one warmonger. That's not the end of the world. The only thing that would be worse if I found Mongolia. If I find the Mongols, then we might have some problems on the same continent. There's a nice amount of incense there. Okay, once it's my turn, and there's okay, so that's Huns, and he's already got a battering ram. What? How the hell did he manage that? Okay, yeah. So I'm starting to grow again with my Let's see. There's some mountains here. Not a whole lot of bad things. Looks like I'm kind of on an Australia type thing here with the outback in the center. That's what I think this is where I'm at. Is Australia. I did random map type. And that looks like more coast there. So yeah, I'm probably in Australia.
Shall the clay say to him that fashion?
Alright. Let's see here. So there's a scout. And I'm just gonna send my scout the opposite way down the coast. I'm hoping to at some point discover everything on this island. It looks like it is in fact Australia, so it's not like it's massive, but I think there's probably one more person on this island. It might just be me and Mr. Attila there, and if it is just the two of us, then we probably can just be kind of coexist in peace, hopefully, for at least for a little while. And social policy. Alright, so normally most people either start with either tradition or liberty, regardless of the victory type, and then you eventually expand. And then I don't know. I like to start with tradition usually, and if I'm going for culture, liberty. If I'm going for domination, and then take the up. I like to do the adopt liberty and adopt honor, and then finish out liberty. Adopting honor doesn't, and that's because always with usually only with barbarian. It's useful to adopt honor. These other later stuff do get useful. When you have a big military. Piety is more for faith generation. I'm gonna adopt piety just because I like to have a bit of a challenge. I want to challenge myself, but not challenge too much. That's the reason okay, so there's a city-state here. When you just meet a city-state, such as Kaisel, if you're the first, they'll give you 30 gold, and if you're not the first one, then it'll be 15 gold. They are cultural city-state, which means once you have enough influence and become friends, they'll add culture to your to get more game policies quicker, and those gifts will increase once you become allies. But to get that, I like to pledge to protect because means it'll rest at 5. So for the next 5 turns, my influence with them, which is 0, will go up by 1. Giving a gift, I could buy influence using gold, but I only have 97 gold, so I can't afford 25 influence there. And an unknown civilization has chosen a pantheon, desert folklore, face time desert. Okay, that's gonna be not a problem for me, because I don't have any desert tiles right now. Next, I'm gonna continue going around the coast here. Okay, so that means I got so I want to build a shrine and a granary after I get that worker going, so that I can, and the workers to improve the tiles on land. You need workboats to do sea, but I don't have any sea resources except for those whales over there that I can't reach yet. So let's go. Scouts ignore train. See, I can only move one forest. These normally have 2 movement, but one of those would have to be open. Otherwise, I can only move the 1. Scouts ignore that train. They have 2, no matter what kind of train they're going across. Hills eat up movement, rivers eat up movement unless you have roads and bridges to cross them. I know I'm assuming that you don't know how to play. If you do know how to play, I apologize. Yeah, looks like looks like it's just me and Attila here, which might be okay. at least for a little while, but I kind of like having a lot more people on my island than just the two of us. Oh, so once I unlock writing, I can get an embassy for Attila there, and be able to view his where he's. I'm actually gonna send my scout, make sure there's no extra boost amazing ruins on this island. It doesn't look like there are, but you never know. Alright, so I have grown to 3 citizens, which means I can work 3 tiles, and I am working the 3 best tiles I can. Let's go, let's continue. Next turn. Looks like it's, yeah, I don't even think there's another city-state on this island. There's a total of 24 city-states in this game. I mean, I think there's a lot more max you can have, but I only set that as 24. And there's the second part of the Great Barrier Reef. Yeah. And that's it. There's some buffalo. Well, now would be an amazing time to wipe out Attila. But I need to have some siege for that. So, which means I need to get at least mathematics. Now I'd also want to get to construction and engineering as well. Ironworking. I want everything basically, up until the beginning of the medieval era. So I'm just gonna start researching, and let it do, its own thing there while if I'm gonna do diplomatic, now would be the best time to do it because, or not diplomatic, domination, because his capital is. Now, whenever you take a city, you incur a warmonger penalty with other nations who witness it, which would mean everyone, there's only the 2 of us on this island. There's no one else. I think he doesn't know anyone, and I don't know anyone else. So that penalty is kind of irrelevant. But let's see here. Oh, we're not too far from another island. Okay, well, new plan. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do, because I want to sail to that island. So, calendar, do, oh, shoot, I want that. Writing, calendar, animal husbandry, sailing. Which will allow my scout to embark and actually figure out who that city-state is, and I'll also be able to get my warrior to do the same thing. So maybe it's not the best, it's not a bad time, but, alright. So I can get that, it is culture, nice, that is beautiful. I am currently building a shrine, which will take me 4 turns. There's really not a whole lot else I can build right now, because I haven't discovered a whole lot, got that too far in tech yet. And there's my worker, which can build. I need trapping and calendar. So after that, trapping, which will also allow me to build a circus as long as I have a source of ivory, also known as elephants, nearby. Or I think I need something else. I can't remember. Horses, maybe? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually looked at what each thing requires. Because, like I said, I don't usually do. I usually do domination victories as the Zulu, and usually it's who I play. But Okay. Culture. I could do... Now, you can also purchase things with this, and that would give me a discount on those purchases. I get more faith from shrines and temples. I'm gonna go adopt tradition. And then I can't embark yet because I don't have sailing. Which means you're just gonna kind of chill there for now. Next turn. Oh, you're just gonna sit there. Next turn. You are now protecting Kaisel, just like I was, and I'm pretty sure it's been 5 turns. So, the greatest Boethius has completed his greatest work, the list of the world's busiest people. Ranks players by the amount of production generated by all the cities. I am currently number 1, and everyone else is unmet, except for Attila, who is ranked 19 out of 22, and there's a couple of people who are only having 4 production.
He who destroys a good book.
Writing. Awesome. That is important, because that allows me to do the Great Library, which I'm probably not going to get, which will build a library in every city.